Hello and welcome to the IMA Work Designer layout tutorial. In this part, we will take a look at the basics of 3D navigation. Therefore, you will learn how to navigate within the software, how the camera control works, and how to manipulate objects manually. As a basis, I brought you our training scenario. To start, open the IMA Work Designer, go to File, Load Project, and select the Basics of 3D Navigation.ima file. In case the file is zipped, please unzip it first. If you don't have an activated license, please contact your IT or our support, or have a look in our FAQ. When the project is loaded, we can take a look at the user interface. The IMA Work Designer layout user interface is split into two parts. Here above is the 2D area. Below is the 3D view. Since we will only work in the 3D view in this part of the tutorial, we activate the external mode by clicking on the button next to the 3D view. By clicking on the same button, you can return to the internal mode if you want. So let's look at the mouse control and the navigation in the 3D view first. We recommend the use of a mouse with a mouse wheel when working with the IMA Work Designer. By clicking the left mouse button once, objects are selected. You can also see that an object is selected by its yellow highlighting. A double click switches between the navigation and selection mode and the layout mode. Which mode is currently active can be seen here in the drop-down menu on the left side of the 3D view. For manipulation and transformation of objects, you need the layout mode. And if you just want to look around, use the navigation and selection mode. By clicking on the mouse wheel in the middle, a camera rotation point is set. The camera rotation point is defined by that yellow cross. When setting the 3D point, the 3D view focuses on the camera point. By holding down the mouse wheel and moving the mouse, or by rotating the mouse wheel, you can zoom in and out of the scene. The right mouse button opens the Object Context menu with a single click on an object. By holding down the right mouse button and moving the mouse, the camera rotates around the rotation point that you just set. When holding down both the mouse wheel and the right mouse button, the entire scene can be shifted. To manipulate objects in the scene, we must use the layout mode that can be activated either by choosing it in the drop-down menu or by a double click on the left mouse button on the object concerned. When the layout mode is activated, a compass appears in the coordinate origin of the object. Attention! There are objects whose coordinate origins are outside of the object, sometimes even outside the screen, what depends on the specific object. By clicking and holding the arrows, the object can be moved along an axis. You can always see in the display text field which action is currently being performed and how far an object is moved or rotated. By clicking and holding the planes between two arrows, the object can be moved on a plane and via the circle line, the item can be rotated. When an object is selected in the layout mode, 3 different layout mode settings appear next to the compass in the 3D view. They can be combined in any way. You can set your preferred standard combination in the global settings of IMA under 3D Viewer. So let's take a look at the different transformation modes first. Use the grid mode to translate or rotate objects in a predefined grid. As you can see in the text field, in this case 100 by 100 millimeters. You can set the grid limitations over here in the layout settings. When an object is manipulated using the snapping mode, objects are automatically oriented to nearby objects. Therefore, the green helper planes and arrows highlight to which face of the current reference object the manipulated object could be arranged. You can place objects in the middle of other objects using the orange helper markers. With the free manipulation, the object can be moved freely and the limits set in the layout settings are ignored. The second parameter that can be adjusted during object transformation is the type of coordinate system used. You can choose between the local coordinate system of the selected object, the coordinate system of the direct parent object, and the global coordinate system, which is also shown here at the top at any time. By the way, you can lock the view by clicking on the arrows of this coordinate system. The view can be unlocked by a click between two arrows. The parameters of the coordinate system modes are mostly used by advanced users. Furthermore, the type of collision mode can be selected. In this mode, no collisions are displayed. In the Show Collision mode, the collision area between objects is displayed in green. In the Avoid Collision mode, the manipulated object cannot be placed in other objects, which is indicated by the red shadow object. The object is automatically placed in a way that avoids the collision. The Gravity mode combines the Avoid Collision mode with Simple Gravity. So immediately after moving an object, we can see where it would land on the nearest surface. To accept the position proposed by the Gravity mode, we can either click on the green check or on the green shadow of the object. If you want, you can also personalize the elements of the 3D view in the general IMA settings under 3D Viewer. There you can also set the camera rotation, pan, and zoom. Thanks for watching this part of the tutorial. See you next time.